Right, so this is the grade 9 extended lesson for Thursday. We're going to be looking at surface area now of spheres and cones. Right, so this is the do now task. So if you need to pause the do now task and have a go, please do, but I'll go through the answers. So we can see that the pyramid has a perpendicular height of 4. So if I actually go to the diagram, it means that inside. Then it says we have a square as the base, so we know all the sides are going to be 6. The first thing it wants us to do is work out the slanted height, which they've marked x. So what I'm going to do is, so you can see it a bit more clearly, they've drawn the right angle triangle for you. This is x on the outside, this is 4 centimetres, and then because it's a square, the measurement at the bottom is just going to be half of 6. So this slanted height is going to be the square root of 4 squared plus 3 squared, which should be 5. So x in this question is 5. Right, and then it says find out the surface area. So if you think about what the surface area means, it's going to be the square, and then it's going to be the 4 triangles at the bottom. So 1, the square is just 6 times 6, which is 36 centimetres squared. Number 2, you do a triangle and then times it by 4. So 1 triangle is going to be 5 times by 6 divided by 2. And then we times that by 4. So 5 times 6 is 30, divided by 2 is 15. And then 15 divided by 4, times by 4 is 60. So the last thing we need to do then is just add these two together. So your answer is 96 centimetres squared. Right, what we're going to move on to now then is, again, on the formula page, you're given some of the formulas that you need, so you don't have to remember. So the surface area of a sphere, if you think about it, so a sphere is a ball. If you put that net of that shape flat, okay, it'd be quite difficult to draw, but they're giving you the formula for it. So it's 4 pi r squared. The volume we're going to come on to maybe next lesson. Right, and then when we look at a cone, okay, they only give you the curved surface area, which is pi radius, and then the length, the L, which they call the slanted height in this. So if you think about it, they're only giving you basically the outside. You also would then have to work out the area of the circle at the bottom, and that's explained a little bit more on this page. Okay, so when you're working out the surface area of a cone, they call it S in this, but it's L in the formula page. You have to work out the curved surface area, which would look like this flat, but then you'd also have to add the circle as well. So let's go and try some questions. Okay, we're going to lead them in terms of pi. So the first one just wants the surface area. So again, you don't need to remember the formula. You'll be given it, it's 4 pi r squared, but we're going to leave it in terms of pi. So 4 times by pi times by 5 squared. So 4 times by 5 squared is 25. So the first one is just 100 pi. And then it wants us to put it in 3 significant figures. So if you put that into your calculator, we get 314 centimetres squared. Right, the next one, the radius, got to do it ourselves, is 6 centimetres. So 4 times pi times 6 squared. So 36 times by 4 is going to give me 144 pi. But then we have to leave it in 3 significant figures. So it's going to be 452 centimetres squared. Right, the next one then we're going to go on to now is a cone. So the formula you're given in a book is pi r/l. That would be just the curved side. You have to then add pi r squared. Okay, make sure it is the slanted height they've gave you. If it's not, they should have gave you some information where you could use Pythagoras, but they have in this question. So pi, it just wants it in 3 significant figures, times by 1 times by 8.1. I'm going to put it in a bracket, plus pi times by the radius squared, and you can put that straight into your calculator. So pi times 1 is just 1. Pi times 8.1. And then we just need to add pi times 1 squared. So my answer for this question is 28.6 meters squared. Okay, right, what you're going to do now is you're going to go to Assess Prep. There is a task waiting for you. You can enter from Google Classroom, but if you log into Assess Prep, it'll probably be a little bit easier. And go and try some of them questions.